Welcome to the Abundance Zone, offering you tips and tools for supercharging your ability to attract more of what you desire into your life. Learn how to step into the Abundance Zone and stay there more consistently and watch your life transform. Are you blocking the flow of abundance into your life? Often we aren't living the life we want because we're actually blocking the flow of what we desire into our lives. And we're doing this subconsciously. I'm Dr. Eve DeLunas. In this episode of the Abundance Zone, you will have the opportunity to identify if you're closing off the flow of abundance into your life and what to do about it. Now, to get started, I would like to ask you, how much abundance do you deserve? I suggest you do this self-inquiry without judging yourself, because 99% of us have some programming inside of us that came from our cultures, our societies, our churches, our schools, somewhere inside that says, I'm not worthy, or I'm only worthy of so much, or I may be worthy, but only if I struggle long enough and hard enough, or only if I prove I'm good enough in some way that I find myself lacking. Now, keep in mind that wanting and deserving are different. Most of the time, we don't have any trouble with wanting something. We know very clearly what we want. Deserving is about thinking that it's okay for us to have it, that we are worthy of receiving what it is that we are wanting. And that's where we often get hung up, because when we believe that we're unworthy or undeserving, that is keeping us out of the abundance zone. Once we shift the fact that we feel unworthy to feeling worthy of having what we desire, very often that shifts what comes to us, what we attract in the outer world. So if something isn't showing up that you're really wanting, then it's important to take a look at this issue of deserving. So what can you do if you've determined that you feel unworthy or undeserving of something that you really want? Well, I would like to invite you to do a process right now that you can use as often as you like in order to reprogram your brain, in order to go from feeling undeserving to deserving, pertaining to anything that you might desire. So here we go. I'd like you to take a few deep breaths. You might even close your eyes for this process. Of course, you're not operating a motor vehicle when you're doing this. And as you inhale deeply, notice how you can easily feel deserving of fresh air. You can feel deserving of each breath you take. And you take many breaths each day. And that it's a feeling of it being natural, of you being worthy of taking each breath. You don't think, oh gee, do I deserve this air? If I take this air in, will somebody else not have enough air? Will they not have enough oxygen? Am I depriving someone else? Or gee, have I earned this breath? Do I really deserve having this breath? No, none of that. You just breathe in the air. It's natural, and you know you deserve it. So notice what that feels like. When there's something that you absolutely know that you deserve, you don't question it in any way. It's completely natural to have it. Very good. Now, I'd like you to think of something that you desire that has not yet come into your life. And imagine that all of a sudden your life changes and you have this thing that you are wanting. Now, it can be anything, anyone, any quality, any kind of change in your physical reality that you desire. Imagine now having it and see if you can get that same feeling of deserving in your body as you imagine having this person, thing, experience that you are wanting in your life right now. Amplify how it feels to have it, and amplify the feeling of absolute, positive, unquestioning, deserving. You are worthy of having this, and it's natural for you to have it. Of course you have it. Play with that for a little while. It's so natural for you to have this thing that you have been wanting, that it feels absolutely right. You don't question it, just like you don't question the next breath you take. You know you are worthy of it. You know you are worthy of it just as you are today, without doing anything to prove your worthiness. Practice how it will feel to be living this dream that you've had. And lastly, feel yourself opening the door to all of the abundance that is waiting for you on the outside of that door, and saying to the universe, if you would like, bring it on, bring it on. I am worthy of all that I have been wanting and more. Fill your life with goodness and blessings and well-being. Continue to do this exercise often. In doing so, you are actually reprogramming your brain, your subconscious, and this will make a difference. It has to, because every time you shift on the inner plane, your life has to shift on the outer plane. That's how it works. So practice this often. Remind yourself that you are indeed worthy of the best that life has to offer, because you are. Have a great week.